God. Let's see what we got going. First up, we got the withdrawn Nicholas Correa. Let me see. Some people are, I don't see if the withdrawn has both his cameras up. Let's see where he's at. Yeah. Shifter car in the building. What? He has his food in the oven. All right. The withdrawn. I can't believe we're going through this type of, man, you got to eat before the show. You know what I mean? I can't eat before the show. Other guy like throw up. I remember going to the mic, like actually having a mic. Can you imagine those days? So long ago, it seems. Now we can't even touch the mic. Even if we get back into the room, I was thinking about it. How are we going to even do an open mic? We can't even touch it. We have to be like, use a bullhorn. But all right, so let's see if Jeff in the building. Where's Jeff at?
Yeah, Jeff is in the building. We're not
gonna wait. There you go. Hi, Jeff.
Yeah. Hi, how you doing?
I'm all right.
We're not gonna wait for withdrawn then, or
no, we're not gonna wait for withdrawn. He withdrew.
Good point. That is a good point. All right. Well, all right.
Where you at tonight?
I am in Toronto.
Toronto.
Yeah.
How's the weather out there?
It's hot today, probably not as hot as it is over there, but it's been pretty hot, and the air conditioning is on full blast here, so I've been going outside to get relief from that. What a topsy-turvy world.
So what you gonna do for us tonight?
All right, well, here's the educational portion of the evening. This is a piece called How to Write for the Internet. Click here for the latest article on awesomesoup.org. The 73 most totally overrated things like ever. Click. The 73 most totally overrated things like ever. We all agree that some things are totally awesome and cool, but there are lots of other things that are totally stupid and overrated. Here are awesomesoup.org's picks for the 73 most overrated things of all time, each of which is followed by a solid, well-researched argument for its overratedness. Click here for number 1. Click. 1. Citizen Kane. This is the most boring movie we've ever seen. Nothing happens in it, and it's so slow. Who cares about some dumb newspaper guy in his stupid castle? And you know all along that Rosemary is his sleigh. Orson Welles, you are no Batman. Click here for number 2. Click. 2. The Beatles. Why are old people so obsessed with the Beatles anyways? Their music was so boring and pretentious, especially that Stairways to Heaven one. And did you know that John Lennon was a hypocritical jerk? That means he had no musical talent too. Click here for number 3. Click. 3. Pizza. What kind of a loser thought dumping cheese and meat and tomato sauce onto a slab of dough was good food? It's not. It's so boring. And it's really gross with pineapples too. We at awesomesoup.org can't eat all that cheese because we're all lactose intolerant. Click here for number 4. Click. 4. Europe. What a dumb, useless continent. They make you pay to go to the bathroom sometimes, and nobody speaks English right, even in England. It's nothing but old churches and big art galleries nobody cares about, and no nightlife. So boring. Click here for number 5. Click. To continue reading this article, watch this ad. You want to date Russian woman with one leg? That's my Russian accent, for what it's worth. How about Russian woman with kidney problems and banjo talent? Visit our happy website to make the dream come reality, discriminating American fellow. Click here to return to the article. Click. 47. Sleep. Sleep must be the most overrated thing a person can do, like, ever. It's so boring. You just lie there and you don't do anything. Why would you go to sleep when you can go and do anything else? Whoever thought of this one should have just stayed in bed forever. Click here for number 48. Click. 48. Laundry. Doing your laundry must be the most boring and pointless thing you can do. Why clean your clothes? They're just gonna get dirty again, right? We keep telling our moms that, but they never listen because they're all still stuck in 1998 and just don't get it. Click here for number 49. Click. 49. Monty Python. We at awesomesoup.org just don't get the British humor. Like, it's all just a bunch of weird people doing things that don't make any sense. And why do British people always talk like butlers anyways? Lighten up, Clive, you're boring. Click here for number 50. Click. To continue reading this article, complete this survey. Which of the following laxatives have you seen advertised on the internet within the past 6 weeks? Check all that apply. Dulcolax, Xlax, Miralax, Cermalax, Restoralax, Laxettes, Xlax Plus. Thank you for your vote. Click here to return to the article. Click, and I have a feeling I'm coming up on 4 minutes, so I'm going to skip to the end. Click here for our next article, 187 Reasons Why Shredded Wheat is an Outdated Relic of the Patriarchy. That was How to Write for the Internet. Hope you learned something.
Woo! Okay. Wow, that piece left me lax a days ago. You don't want to hear my Russian accent. Thank you so much, Jeff. Thank you so much. Put your info in the chat so everybody can follow you. Let them know where they can follow your work. That was definitely some good shit. Oh my God. The Russian, like my Russian, I was thinking, you know, back in old country, instead of sock, we put foot in cat. You Americans are weak.
Or you just try to make plot for moose and squirrel. That's another way. Or you do what was the guy from the
80s? I just stare at sun.
What was the guy from the 80s? In Soviet Russia, instead of you watching internet watches you.
Instead of recycle, we eat can. All right, all right. Take care, Jeff. I'll see you. Thank you so much from Toronto, Canada. Okay, so we're gonna go with the withdrawn. Unmute yourself and let's get it going, get it flowing with the withdrawn. Last time he came with some real sexy stuff, but let's see what happens tonight. Where is he at? Ask to unmute.
Hey.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm fine. How you doing?
I'm feeling good. My apartment is hot as balls. I've been debating buying it for like 3 years, and I'm like,
wait. Everybody has to mute themselves. You're in control, so use your mute button responsibly. I still hear somebody chit-chatting in the background. All right. So what you gonna do for us today, Nicholas?
Right, so I decided I'm gonna rap today. I'm gonna hit the raps today. So I got two short pieces. They fall in around 3 minutes each. But I'm gonna play the one instrumental. One is like more serious, and the next one's more comedy-like. I'm gonna do the serious one first. Let me know if you can hear me. Yeah, does it sound good?
Curry is up next. Go ahead.
It's too loud, or you can hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. So this one's called "If You Want That Shit Go." So it's basically about people that just talk shit, man. Like, I want this, I want that, and they do nothing to get what they want. Y'all niggas crying and y'all bitching, but y'all not putting the work to get the life you wish you live in. Y'all stay flexing on the gram like this is really who I am. No matter what you spend on clothes will cover up your heart and soul. Stop defining your life through memes and start living with meaning. Quit flexing like you got hoes when they're just internet women from around the globe. That car you posing with ain't shows. I saw your homeboy Snapchat story. He was talking all that shit and literally you can't afford. I know you keep your sneakers clean and probably don't wipe your ass. All them singles in your photo ads to 100 in cash, and yet you still ain't trying to build. You gotta work hard for what you want for real. So if you want that shit, go. Hey, if you want that shit, go. Okay. That was the first one. And the second one, this one, I came across this beat on YouTube, and so the name of it is called Out You, and I was like, coronavirus, the beat is Out You, and I made up a story about it. So this is supposed to be the comedic one. So I know we're supposed to be playing Quarantine, but I was horny and told this girl to come through for me. She arrives, and when she answers my door, the first thing she says is, "Oh, that bitch sneeze. Say you're 6 feet. Hit some foot breeze. I'll make some Lysol. Spray it on your neck. Spray it on your knees. Spray it on your eyes. Spray between the thighs. I hope you wash your hands. I hope you wear a mask. No missionary. I hit it from the back. You better not cough on my damn pillow. If I hear you struggle, throw you out the window. You'll be okay though. I'm on the first floor. I won't ask for head. Your throat's already sore. Yes, you got a fever. I shouldn't chance that. My brain set to leave her. It says that ass fat. Wait, it's too late. But with the wrong head, didn't use a condom. Now she pregnant. What am I naming her? I don't know yet. Wait, I have an idea. Corona Correa. What if I have a boy? The name's gotta change. How about Corono? Or how about Coño? How did we get here? I don't even know though. Just started fighting hit. I would say sucker FOMO. She messaged me on Bumble. That's what I'm looking for. I said a good time, cause I'm a bad boy. She said I got toys. I told her nah, chill. Stroke game too real. But as you heard the sound, that's not what went down. Please hold, go slow. I'm a nut. Oh shit. Oh damn it. Baby, please. I'm done. Sorry, my pull-out game weak. Now we stuck in the midst of coronavirus. I got a kid because I had to talk shit and I nutted dumb quick. I'm a disappointment. Now she telling all my sisters and my mother and my friends and they like, oh nah, we don't know this big. We don't know this nigga. It's all good though. You know why? I'll tell you right now. Cause I still hit. Cause I still hit. Cause I still hit it. Hey, cause I still hit. Cause I still hit. And that's it.
Oh man, I just love it. A man who has his priorities straight.
Man, I don't know how I came up with that. I heard the beat and I was like, story time. That's so much fun with it, man. Like
that was awesome.
Thank
Yo,
you.
I know everybody in the audience was bugging out. You had me cracking up. And then and you call yourself the withdrawn, and we've gone through this before, and you said your pull-out game is weak. I was like, how you gonna call yourself the withdrawn with a weak pull-out game? What is going on?
Yo, somebody actually thought this was real, and I was like, nah, I don't have a kid. I was like, no, I was just making this up. Like, you think, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, we dealing with corona right now. I'm not worried about no ass. Trying to keep myself, healthy.
You want to survive it. You want to survive
Right.
to next ass. All right. Thank you so much. The withdrawn Nicholas Correa, always stirring it up.
Thank you.
Peace. Let everybody know how to follow you in the chat and all that good stuff. And we gonna keep.
Can't hear you.
Hello, Doug Curry. I'm sorry. Did you not hear me?
All right.
Oh,
I'm here. I'm glad I couldn't hear you for a minute there. Hey, Withdrawn and I live about an hour's drive from each other. That's just give you an idea what happens when you finally get away from New York City and get upstate. There's still real people that live up here. It ain't all cows and farms up here. But I enjoy Withdrawn.
Can you imagine if he was up there, what kind of poem he'd write? Oh my God.
I'm going to invade Buffalo and I'm going to look for that brother in a minute. I got a couple of little things here. This is called What That Was. What That Was. Now, if you've heard this, it may be because I did it on a show and not sure which show I did what piece on, but it's all right. What that was. Peddling pussy for a jolt. Innocence gone, the dark path made, as ominous as a subway's third rail. Danger to you. Stole mama's pain script and her money to buy more. Sold those pills for nickels and dimes right in her courtyard. Pulling $4 in 2 bags from the pockets of a gurgling, twitching, dying junkie who caught a dose too strong. Run away wondering, where'd he cop? A scar over your left eye, carrying a bullet in your limb. Front teeth knocked out long ago by a gorilla pimp. Squatting in alleys to pee or kneeling to turn a trick. Smelling your own foul odor. Stinking junkie bitch. Dead faces follow you around. The ODs, the girls turned out hoe, and the boys you knew locked away. The friends, the family you fucked over. You missed the beauty of blackness, but were right on time for the Rockefeller laws, the war on drugs, the Clintons. You're a miraculous survivor. Your forecast calls for no more. Gray clouds have gone away except in your addled mind. The newsman reports sadly of a record opioid epidemic and makes you wonder what that was in the Bronx in 1967. End poem.
Yes. Yes.
Two more things real quick. So I decided to fool around with haiku. Um, Maybe some people remember that Eddie Murphy used to do a takeoff on Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. He called it Mr. Robinson's neighborhood. So here's a haiku for Mr. Robinson's neighborhood. Sips, lattes, and jogs. I saw him leaving the flight. Hood for sale. He's back. And one more. Ducklings' lives matter. The endless cycle. Fireman saves trapped ducklings. Cops shoot another black man. Today in the news. Thank you all.
Right. Woo! Doug Curry. That was some. Took it to the BX. He took it to the streets. Storytelling. It was just the right flavor of hardcore ratchetness. I love it. Thank you so much, Doug.
Thank you there for the platform. Thanks everybody for being here.
Everybody loves that. Everybody loves your storytelling. One love to Doug Curry. Put your information in the chat.
All right.
Love my boogie down. Lola sucks bolas to buy crack on the corner. She was an unwanted daughter. Eyes glassy like water. You had used eyes glassy like water, I think, in your last piece last week. But thank you, Doug. Much love to you. Let's keep it going. Keep it flowing. Who we got next up after this? Let me see. Ooh, a lot of people chatting tonight. Alexander Goldberg. Let's go all the way to Cali. We going back to Cali. Cali.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you. What you gonna do for us today?
Yeah, I just want to say, I like the Russian accent. I never learned to emulate it, so that's a talent too, you know. Yeah.
I try. You saw that, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Speaking of that, I just wanted to present the poem that I wrote last Sunday. Yeah.
What new shit?
Yes.
All right, Alexander, take it away.
Yes, and just a short introduction before I start. So, Soviet Union existed from 1917 to 1991. It was a police state, bloody tyranny, where human life didn't mean anything. Stalin was a butcher of his own people. There are tens of millions of innocent victims on his conscience. At the same time, there was a free education and healthcare. Lower classes got access to education and participation in all spheres of life. Russian Federation was the largest republic. In 1991, Soviet Union collapsed. All its republics became independent states. Putin called it the most tragic event of the 20th century. Now there's a tendency of idealization of Soviet Union as a just state and Stalin as a strict but fair father of nations. Young people who did not live in Soviet Union believe this. The victories of Russia over Tatars, Poles, and Hitler are being glorified. Putin has been president for 20 years. Yesterday, under the strong administrative pressure, citizens of Russia approved the amendments to Russian constitution, which gave Putin a right to hold the position of president until 2036. So you can imagine how long he will be president. So what we're dealing with. So I wrote a poem about that. So here it is. The Russian Empire lasted 300 years. The Soviet Union copied it and was its heir. Today, the government is spreading many lies. It is the country that they now idealize. USSR was also seen as an empire. Return to Soviet times is government desire. What were the patriotic songs about thus far? They're glorifying Russia, not USSR. During the peaceful time and during World War II, they called it Soviet state, but everybody knew that it was Russia. That is how it was perceived. People who miss USSR had never lived in what was Russia, and they never knew the cost. But Eastern countries still were influenced the most. When it was Soviet Union, people could believe that it was Russia where they're from and where they live. In surveys, we can see results not so encouraging. It's missed by seniors that have Russian ethnic origin. But I just ask, what could this mean for our nation? It is a final deadlock of the state formation. Our country cannot be developed. It brings tension. And Russia uses it as reason for aggression. In 20 years, these attitudes will change for better. We will be elderly. Some will be gone forever. And 70% of those who will be living will miss USSR no longer. That's a given. Putin can analyze. He doesn't want this failure. And he can see the time's not working in his favor. So this could only mean one thing for our nation. Either collapse of statehood or an occupation. There's only one way to escape, one possibility. If politicians would let go of their stupidity. If this goes on, you will no longer be a citizen. Half of your country will be occupied by militants. The way you vote could ruin more than current virus. It could bring occupation, wars, collapse, and crisis. The way you vote could generate these great disasters. Don't search for enemies, but search for better partners. Because what you vote for is exactly what you get. Don't make mistakes that you will certainly regret. Thank you.
Alexander Goldberg, yes. Wow, you gave a whole lesson there. Russia's making it's trending tonight, apparently. Russia is trending on our poetic feed tonight. Thank you.
Very, very excited, yeah.
Thank you. Put your information in the chat so that everybody could follow you. And
yes, I'll put it right now.
Joining today all the way from Cali. I would like to just thank our sponsors tonight, the NEA, the New York State Council of Art, New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, Amazon Literary Partnership, the New York Community Trust. And if you'd like to contribute to the Nuyorican Poets Cafe, visit nuyorican.org/contribute. Yeah. Okay, so now I think we're going to go to Brian. Brian Franco, unmute yourself.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
There you go. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Shalom from Maine. And I'm going to read you a poem. I just need to give a little warning. First of all, there's a whole lot of dirty words in this. I hope that doesn't offend anyone. You get a little F, you get a little C, you get a little S, a few more. And also, this is 100% silly. So if you don't like silly, well, you can leave the room too. So let me just read this to you. Let me pull it up. It is called Snake Handling 101. My body is no longer made of blood, skin, and bones. It is composed of words, an awkward array of grammatical errors and run-on sentences coiled around my identity like a Burmese python squeezing out every ounce of life, readying me to be eaten whole. Fingers and toes are clever little rhymes. Arms and legs are profound metaphors of life-changing events. My synapses are made of like and as. My nervous system is a smorgasbord of scrambled similes. When I get cut, I bleed axioms and idioms. When I eat greasy food, I fart adages and quotable quotes. Every hair on my body is made of ED and ING, participles hanging and dangling from precipices of impropriety, waiting to fall into chasms of criticism. My ears are periods and question marks that hear too much for their own good. My left eye says hello and my right eye says goodbye, so no one can tell whether I'm coming or going. My nose sneezes snot that screams, shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, tits, because the late, great George Carlin taught me a little dirty don't hurt nobody. My lips never know when to stay shut, while my teeth are exclamation points trying to make the world a better place. I am a poet. I don't have to follow rules. I invent words. I don't always capitalize beginnings of sentences. Sometimes I don't capitalize at all. Sometimes I don't punctuate. My high school sophomore English teacher, Marie Gonzalez, would have a field day with her little red pen. She was a less than mediocre teacher who only excelled at emotionally abusing students. There is no way she was a poet. Zen did not exist in her disposition. And unlike her, I enjoy the field day, that is the English language with its endless mazes and optical illusions with no solutions. Mrs. G can go fuck herself and her army of Burmese pythons. I will defang and devenom each one with one silly pun and turn them into lapdogs. Thank you.
Brian, everybody's loving it. You got good poetic skills, even the dirty words. And I love George Carlin.
He's a classic.
Classic. When I walked the Hollywood Strip, that was the one star I took a photo of, was George Carlin's star.
Well,
Yeah.
then gracias.
Thank you. So we got Geneva Williams on the list, but I don't see Geneva in the house. We got Tessa Somak on the list, but I try to reach out, don't see him there either. If you hear your name, unmute yourself. Geneva, Tessa Somak, or Rosalind Diaz from the BX. If not, Joski. I know Joski's in the building, but I'm trying to chat you up and see if you could just come on onto the mic until we get those people into
I'm here.
Hi, there you go.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me just hold on, start this video. Okay.
Woohoo!
Hey everybody.
What's up?
I didn't expect to be on so soon, but here I am.
They started, it was like
all right. So this one is untitled. I just wrote it today. I'm not sure what the title would be, but
so it's called New Shit.
Super new shit. So this is in the event that I would to ever have a daughter. This is like my ode to her, if God ever blesses me with one, right? So it goes like this. I will teach you that life is not all rainbows and butterflies, that it will hit you hard, sometimes unexpectedly, maybe even repeatedly without giving you a chance to gasp for air. There will be times when life won't be fair, but darling, I promise I will always be there. You'll come across people that you'll want to save, wounds you'll volunteer to heal, potential you'll want to help reveal, but you will not get to them all. I'm sorry to say, and that's perfectly okay. You may come across a dashing smile and piercing eyes that will elevate you and have you mesmerized. And I'll probably warn you about that till I'm blue in the face. But if you're anything like me, you'll pave your own way and opt to learn from your own experience, beam in your own resilience. And I'd have no choice but to take a dose of my own medicine. I'll remind you that there's no shame in starting again, as I pray that most people you encounter are genuine. And when they're not, you'll know to label them lessons, not regrets. I'll be there to make sure you won't forget that you are not just another girl, another notch on his belt. You are your own story, which deserves to be heard and felt. And when the world hands you doses of negativity, cynicism, or cruelty, you hold your head high and take care of business. And if they still try to dull your shine, tell them if only they knew who your mama is. And that's it.
Yo, mama. Thank you so much for the Boogie Down Bronx with the new shit.
Yes.
Love it. Everybody's loving your red hair. You're getting
Oh, thank you guys. That's my thing. It's like my trademark.
Yes, it's looking funky, fresh, and dope.
Thank you. I'm gonna put my IG handle on the chat just in case y'all don't follow me yet. And thank you again for the platform, Bruja. Nice to see you. You looking all pretty and stuff. Go check her out. Her outfit is on fleek tonight.
A little bit. You know, it's hot in here.
Yeah.
Love you, girl. Mwah. All right, sweetheart. See you soon. Boogie down.
All right.
So Joski, I'm trying to reach out to you. Joski, not responding. If you're there, unmute yourself.
Yeah. I'm
hey,
here.
There you go. Trying to chat you up. You weren't seeing the chat, but I'm glad you're ready to rock.
Oh, yes. Hola, Bruja.
¿Estás bien?
Muy bien, gracias.
Awesome. Take
This
it
is
away. Do your thing. I'm excited.
Hey, this is a song I wrote about 3.5 years ago. You probably know what happened at that time. That's when King Donald was appointed, not elected. You know, he didn't win the vote. What do we do in the country we live in? Cast all its votes. Got this decision, there's clouds rolling in. Feeling the darkness, winter comes after the fall. My parents were young, they crossed a river, working so hard. That's how we came here, but now we're afraid. This man on his mission, trying to tear us apart. There's clouds rolling in, feeling the darkness. Winter comes after the fall. Wear your hijab, drive to the market, lock all your doors. Watch where you park it. There's stares of disdain, stares of derision. Seems their vision excludes our religion. There's clouds rolling in, feeling the darkness. Winter comes after the fall. If love conquers hate, then it's come too late. Women, beware who you sit next to. Don't turn your head. Hands up your skirt, and who will protect our daughters and sons when pervert becomes president? There's clouds rolling in and feeling the darkness. Winter comes after the fall. Fresh is the paint down at the schoolyard, up on the wall. Over the children see swastika hate next to the name. Seems so insane. Here comes the rain. There's clouds rolling in, feeling the darkness. Winter comes after the fall. If love conquers hate, then it's come too late. Color of earth, you built the country, you built the White House, you made the money. Hey, stop, frisk, you've been selected. Sheets to the wind, you're unprotected. The clansman who they selected, he's been elected. So help me God. What do we do? The country we live in, cast all its votes, cast away our friends. See clouds rolling in, feeling the darkness. Winter comes after the fall. There's clouds rolling in, feeling the darkness. Winter comes after the fall. Thank you. Thank
That
you.
cloud was his hair that was coming in. It was this big ass.
Fire in the sky. Oh my God. Can I follow that with a quick one?
Do it. Go ahead.
This is called Trump the Builder. Build a wall. You can't let neighbors jump no fence. Build a bridge. Russians made you president. Build a ladder to the sky so your space force can't climb high. Climb up through the CO2, then build a tomb for you. Build it bigly, build it bold. Build it big enough to hold all your treasure, all your gold, shining round your bed. Build it like your dream come true. Pharaohs wish they could be you. When you're finally lying on your gold, cold bed. When you are build a wall. You don't like brown skin after all. Build a bridge. You let Putin make the call. Build a ladder to the sky so your space force can climb high. Climb up through the CO2, then build a tomb for you. Build it 'cause you're made of gold. Build it 'cause you're bought and sold. Build it 'cause you're growing old. All the time. Build it like your dream come true. Pharaohs wish they could be you. When you're finally lying on your gold, cold bed. When you are
Yes. Woo! Joski, you're a rock star. You don't even know. We already planned a whole concert on the sidelines in the chat. Thank you. Yo, that was like, I was like some Justin Timberlake rap in the middle. I was loving it.
Thank you so much.
Yes, my dude. Killing it. Thank you so much. Much love to you.
Much love to you as well. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Put that info in the chat so everybody can follow you because that was fire. Okay, so Tessa Somic is in the building. I don't know if you're ready to go. I know that you just logged in and we called your name earlier. If you would like to go, unmute yourself. If not, then let's go to Philip. I know Philip.
I'm ready. I'm ready to rock.
All right.
Sorry about that. I was struggling with technology this afternoon. Here we go. It's Saturday night. It's Saturday night. The summer lingers, its last days of heat, warming the California Central Valley. The mornings are nippy and the tulip fogs have begun to make their appearance. The heat, the cold, the irrigated fields evaporating in the morning sun. This is the engine of the California Central Valley that powers the most fruitful, bountiful land. My eyes live from the barren levees of the Kern River where the waters have been drained. And as I look up, as if somehow I could pierce through grosser grade, and it seems my gaze, and I set my gaze on the Carrizo Plains, the winding Highway 166 through the old and new Cuyama. the river that connects us and divides us and provides the flows, such as the last 5 miles of the Santa Maria, which for the previous 95 miles is known as the Cuyama River. It ends in California 1 and Guadalupe, 11 miles west of 101, but starts at its headwaters in Ventura County. The Cuyama River that threads Santa Barbara and Ventura into a 100-mile quilt, a quilt of many ages, as expressed through the geoflows of different types of terrain, the serpentine gorges with dark green rocks and the bulging chalk mountains on the north. If Cuyama has a womb, it would be at its headwaters wedged 230 feet deep since the last Pleistocene glacial stage, the glacial epochs of our lives forever leaving deep gashes in their tracks, the damming of flows, the concurrent taps and drills that extract the very marrow of life, the interruption of flow of life for one in lieu of the other, one for the sake of the other, winding through the Carrizo plains of Cuyama, New and Old to curve into Highway 166, dividing the saints from one another, Santa Barbara and Santa Maria, Pleistocene glacial stage, and then the backfill with a post-glacial rise and sea level. These rocks are ophiolite from the Franciscan Formation, similar formation conglomerate in Monterey Shale, which cap the river and terrace deposits along with sand and gravel. This gorge is the gash of time, weathered and vulnerable to the entropy of matter. As the western coast approaches, there are the remains of Obispo Tuff, Miocene volcanic deposits that define San Luis Obispo and Morro Bay, the Miocene tines, the landscape of Cuyama River that have been well layered by fine claystone, sandstone, and siliceous shale. These folds gorge the mountain range, the Twitchell Reservoir, once Vaquero Dam for the watering holes used for the scattered cattle on the hillsides, now Twitchell Reservoir, named for its booster TA, has managed to cut off the steelhead trout from its breeding ground some 37 miles upstream, interrupted. It's Saturday night, and the distance cuts the flows from you to me, from the sun and the moon, the week and the weekend, the pavement and the dirt roads, the distance from the tree line and the cattle grassland. It's Saturday night, and it cuts. It flows and eddies of one life to the other, complicates and confuses, interrupted flows of emotion, care and consideration, the constant interruption of the possible. It's Saturday night. The distance cuts and interrupts in all directions.
Woo-hoo. Yes, it cuts and interrupts in all directions.
Wow.
That was powerful. Everybody's loving it. You're a griot, sir. Thank you so much. Put your information in the chat so everyone can follow you. I just see a whole tribe with you when you speak. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. I've been trying to reach out to Philip Curtis in the building. I don't know if you're there, Philip Curtis, but if you are, unmute yourself. I've been trying to chat you up privately. Philip Curtis going once. If not, we got Paul La Torre. And then Overdose after that. I don't know. I know Overdose's dog was trying to do some poetry earlier, but I don't know if he's ready to rock. Philip, no? So La Torre, Paul, con queso para los necios. You want to take it over and unmute yourself?
I'm here, Bruja. I'm here.
Hey, we missed you last week. You were on the list.
I know. I kind of needed a mental health day.
No way. People were crying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
but I mean, being here is also a mental health day. So, you know.
That's right. Well, you always bring some healing for us. You know, no pressure. What you going to do today?
I'm going to bring a little bit of heat today because I've had something that's been bothering me, the incident with Elijah McClain for the past like week and a half. So I wanted to write about that. So yeah, I brought a piece. And then we could chop it up after because I want to talk to you about your submission to my school's magazine and all that good stuff. I want to plug some things, but yeah, I'm gonna jump into it. So this is called.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, no problem.
See. Then I got morphine. I was like, did you expect me to mute? There it is. Okay.
Crowd control. Okay. All right. So this is called Holmes versus McClane versus Batman. Setting, Aurora, Colorado, 7 years apart. Casting call for character 1. White male, 25 years old. Friday night, everyone's primed to go. Midnight show. You believe you are the agent of chaos incarnate. Orange-haired Joker in riot gear and smoke grenades, assault rifles and helmet, initializing purge of your own. Casting call character 2. Black male, 23. Vegan, introvert, pacifist, armed with nothing but mask and iced tea jug, earbuds in, grooving to mood, Gemini soundtrack, anemic bloodstream, craving heat and compression of ski mask. He is atypical, just different, he describes himself. Guess which one of these men had cops called on them by concerned citizens. Guess which one broke into a packed theater of an AMC, spraying artillery, killing 12 and injuring 70 more. Can you hazard to guess which one did absolutely nothing but dance and was tackled, arrested, assaulted, held in a carotid choke by the throat, pleading that he can't breathe before vomiting? Guess which one was black? Guess who told his assailants and murderers they were phenomenal, beautiful, and he loved them even amongst his being assaulted, and that he wanted nothing from them, he was just going home. Guess which one got shot up with ketamine, a date rape drug, just for being in fear, and his heart attack twice, blocking oxygen to his brain, leaving this man who loved planting plants in Colorado gardens of vegetable. Elijah would never again bow his violin strings for the cats he played concertos for at local shelters on days off. Guess which one was accosted by cops peacefully. Not one orange hair on his head was harmed despite inciting an actual domestic terrorist act. No motive other than the growing sick inside himself, like cancers spread, telling investigators he only wanted to watch the world burn. Guess which one they chose to ignite and end his young life? Not the one that was white, not the one who said he considered those dead numbers, really, not people, and that each one he killed raised his value 1 point. He got a trial, a cell, a platform to tell his fucked up narrative of how young white men in America are seen as sick boys needing help even after doing monstrous things, while the black boy simply walking home, minding his own, sauntering to the song inside headphones never got to get there. And when he dies, none of his 3 murderers get prosecuted simply because the riot gear they chose to wear that night was blue. As a geek and avowed comic book head, let me break something down for you. Batman is the ultimate display of American white rich male rage and privilege. I can guarantee you if Batman were black, he'd have been killed on 70 separate occasions by Gotham PD. Concerned citizens calling in thinking this dark-skinned, costumed lunatic must be doing something nefarious, devious, evil even, in their neighborhood. Scaling Gothic churches and swinging from rooftops, and his souped-up car would have been pulled over 99 times just the first week. Instead, the Dark Knight gets by on that 3x5 square, a fair-skinned, chiseled jaw carved out from Cal. You know, Elijah also wore a mask, was carrying no grappling gun, shuriken, or exploding smoke flash grenades. He had no cape or gauntlet or ninja training funded by billions upon billions of bucks and hundreds of years of presumed innocence. It's insane that Bruce Wayne can be a vigilante unbothered, yet a young man dancing while black is given a death sentence, injected like some death row Arkham prisoner. Meanwhile, James Holmes is still alive and well and holed up in his cell. Guess which one's peaceful vigil of violinists was shut down in Aurora by thugs wearing riot gear with commands in their ear from police headquarters to spray tear gas and shut them down? Did you know the word Aurora not only signifies those northern lights, borealis beams of red and green in polar skies at the edge of this earth? It also means impending sunrise, and just as Harvey Dent said, it's always darkest just before the dawn. And I promise you, the dawn is coming, even if we ourselves have to pry justice from the cold clutches of murderous cops and their leaders complicit in extrajudicial executions going unpunished by a system which has failed so historically. I'm considering buying a Batmobile and grappling hook just to test the theory of if I could enact vengeance myself and leave unscathed. Because this justice system never saves, doesn't help. It is blinder than Bat, or rich white man, or the combination of both. See, America loves its serial killers, loves to paint agenda-driven vigilantes taking the law into their own hands as terrorists. Well, unless those terrorists call themselves protectors of peace and drive police cruisers over Batmobiles, carry Glocks instead of grappling guns, and choose to wear blue uniforms instead of a mask.
What? Whoa. Yo, you always teach them. You teach me. You
That was
are?
hard for me to write because I really love Batman, but I had to check Batman's white privilege and also examine it from like an objective place.
That's, you know, that's a sign of emotional maturity when you can do that. You know, some people are just
When you could check your heroes, because I also grew up loving Kanye, and then at a certain point I had to be like, nope, you supporting Trump? He got that dragon energy? Nah, Kanye, I can't. Nah, I gotta hold back on that love for you.
Yo, you're the realist. Thank you so much, Paul.
Thank y'all. I'm gonna plug in the chat. My students and myself published a magazine called Quarantine. It's benefiting pandemic relief. We just released it on Amazon on Tuesday, and we're gonna have another one upcoming called I Can't Breathe. So I'm gonna keep y'all plugged in. Bruja already submitted some fire that got in, and I'm gonna keep the rest secret. But we got some Nuyo magic going on in the magazine. So I appreciate y'all as always. Follow me at Paul Con Queso on IG and Venmo. All right, y'all. Thank you.
Yes, Paul. My goodness, that was tremendous. I see Philip J. Curtis is in the building. That's who was unmuted, but then there was just chatter and no one came forward. Philip J. Curtis, I see you. I don't know, but Overdose, I see you with your baby. Do you need more time? Or are you ready to rock? Not ready to rock. Okay, need more time. Okay, Antoinette Singletary, are you ready to rock? Antoinette, are you with us, Antoinette? No? Antoinette going on. I saw your message, Joski, that Deneen Johnson is on another name, under another name. So can Deneen unmute herself?
I'm Deneen.
Oh, hi, Deneen.
Yes. You
Nice
know
to
what? I
meet
don't
you.
have anything today. I
What?
thought I would. I was just thinking about all of the ethical classes that I was having. And then, because I was thinking, all these ethical things that we have to go through in life, but they never ask us about, you know, the weight of being Black, the weight of being, when they asked us things like, okay, if you have one patient that needs a drug and you have another patient that needs a drug, then which one would you give it to? But they don't even really account with that level of Blackness and brownness has to do with. I said, because if we did, we would not be standing for all of these deaths from this coronavirus. We wouldn't be doing all of these things. We would not. We ordered body bags before we order ventilators.
That's right. That's when you know, that's the
That's
indication.
what we do that, and I know that because and then so I'm writing about that, and so I'm writing about that a lot because ethical things are non-ethical things are happening. And then they keep trying to teach us about ethics, and it's not ethics. When I say they, I mean, because I'm also a doctor in public health. So yeah. Who should get that vaccination, right? What are we planning for? We're planning for deaths, really. That's
right.
all. So I'm just writing about that.
Even that, that in itself was poetic because it was from the heart. So thank you for everything that you're doing.
Try next time.
I felt the same way. I didn't open with a poem today because I was just like, so much to feel. But we'll see you next time, hopefully, and you'll get that outside of yourself.
I will. I enjoy this show a lot.
Me too.
Mm-hmm. Gives me power.
Yes, and you give
Thank you all.
Thank you, Queen. Bless you. Okay, peace.
Peace.
All right. So let's see if Antoinette, are you in the building? Antoinette Singletary. If not, Jules Franchetto. Philip Curtis. Oh, there you go. Philip Curtis. Are you ready to go, Philip Curtis? Okay, I'm gonna ask.
Give me a second. I gotta get off my phone and go on my laptop. Okay.
Let me know.
Sorry about that. All right, appreciate you.
Okay, so how about Rich Glennon? Is Rich here? Unmute yourself, Rich, if you're here. A lot of people are on the list not reading.
Hello. Yeah, I'm here.
Hey.
My
I'm
God.
here too. Sorry.
Oh, she can go first. I think she was before me.
Okay. Jules Franchetta. Okay, so let's go with Jules and then with Rich. Is that cool?
Yep, that's fine.
Okay, thank you so much. So Rich is on standby, and here you are, Jules. How are you?
Sorry. I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. Nice to see you again, representing from Brazil.
Yep. Here I am.
What you're gonna do first? Last week, you gave us your first poem. You went from a
Yeah.
monologue, and then you ventured into the poetry, and it was fuego. What are you gonna do for us today?
I am switching back to a monologue. I'm monologuing tonight. I'll keep switching out monologues and poems.
All styles welcome. We're bringing you a monologue right now, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Jules. Take it away. Lights, camera, action.
I find reality pretty difficult. I find the business of getting out of bed and getting on with the day really hard. I find picking up my phone to be a mammoth fucking struggle. The number on my inbox, the friends who won't see me anymore, the food pictures and porn videos, the bombings and beheadings, the moral ambivalence you have to just be able to carry on with your day. I find the knowledge that we're all just atoms and one day we'll stop and be dirt in the ground. I find that overwhelmingly disappointing. And I wish I could feel otherwise. I wish I could be more like you or my mother. To feel that some things are predetermined and meaningful and that we're somewhere on the track between the start and finish lines. But I can't. I can't because I care about what's true, what's actually verifiably true. You're able to forfeit rationality for a comforting untruth, so how are you supposed to help me? You're looking at the world through such a tight filter, you're barely living in it. You're barely alive. Drugs and alcohol have never let me down. They have always loved me. There are substances I can put into my bloodstream that make the world perfect. That is the only absolute truth in the universe. I'm being difficult because you're trying to take that away from me. So, sorry. That's it.
Woo. Bravo. And the Oscar goes to Jules.
Thank you.
Thank you, sweetheart. I love your courage and your commitment to the craft.
Thank you. I
Love
appreciate it.
Put your information in the chat so everybody could follow you. And we're gonna keep it flowing with Rich Glennon. Hi, Rich.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing tonight?
Good. I always look so red on this video every week. I noticed the past couple of videos I had to like stop wearing red shirts because my head looked even redder. I swear I'm not this red in real life.
What could it be?
I don't know.
Maybe
Maybe it's nerves.
Maybe a blush.
Maybe I'm blushing. Yeah, I glow. All right, so I have three short poems today, and I picked them all in theme of like they all involve dancing. So two of them are kind of older and published, and one I wrote today, and it's new and unpublished, obviously.
No shit.
Okay, so the one I wrote today, the new one is called An Actress. An actress from Orange is the New Black appeared on the news. She was taking part in a protest. If I saw her in person, I'd gesticulate at her wildly, showing her to herself while in disbelief. It's you! You're here! Would be the gist. My jaw would drop, not onto the street, but upon the cushion of my cardboard sign that has trembled from my frantic hands. Then I would proceed to breakdance on my black marker scrawled sign in order to show her how exciting it is to see her, how much of a fan I am, and to distract from the fact that I don't know her name. It's an actress. This next one is called First Dance. I wrote this one when I was approaching my wedding date. All right, First Dance. It looms like Medusa, riddled in black tulle, enormous at the end of summer. A hanging ghoul to pass through. Ice already pricks my chest. Day of. The only eyes I see are the 100 reflected in yours. 2 orbs chocked with tarantulas. Let us combust, God. We'll waltz as one in the sanctity of our own private burn ward, laden with Vicodin. 2 arched willows staggering to Radiohead and a steady beep. Okay. And the last one. Oh, clicked the wrong thing. The last one's called Drag and Drop. The cat's beep, wife shrieks during her bedded stretch. Birds bathe in dew as morning falls into view. She's coming. The flickering drag queens in her phone, blistering her face 2 inches away, can't fabulous forever. Soon their selfie stories will wane shade, and she'll sashay into the living room, my coffee quaking a la Jurassic Park, and death drop onto the couch with a walloping yes. All right, that's all I got.
Woo! Thank you, Rich Glennon.
Thank you.
The eyeballs, like it was like some spider shit. Was tarantula eyes or something? I was like, what? Thank you so much for your poetry. Everybody was loving it. Put your information in the chat, and thank you so much for being with us this evening. So we were trying to get Philip on for a minute, and I think Philip is finally ready to rock. Phil Midnight. Let's see what's good. Are you here, sir? Uh-oh. Did we lose you? Oh, no. Oh, boy.
Check 1, 2. Mic check, microphone check 1. Mic check, microphone check 1, 2. Mic check, microphone check 1. I want to thank you all for coming, because the only thing that a poem wants is to be heard. But I dare you to listen, pay more than the usual attention, become the intervention that can help teach our adolescents. You see, some of our teenagers have gone astray. Internally, they feel a certain way. Confusion meets depression. I heard it's been said that absent fathers still teach vital lessons. And bullying gives you the personal view that you're less desirable, a powerless individual. Teens succumb to sex, drugs, and drinking, giving way to suicidal thinking. And that's just the beginning. Rap lyrics are winning. Clipping the 9, gotta get mine, replacing real dreams with dreams of selling drugs. Being put into street life at 13, not sure if you live to see the age of 14. And parents, some parents aren't even parenting because they too are still children. So I dare you to listen. To the boys that buy pants that don't fit so that they can fit in. To the children that have the delusion that it's cute to wear high heels, tight jeans, and makeup. Little girls that envy adult women, underestimating the power of flirtation. In the meantime, you have grown men that want to fulfill these desires. When these desires become fertile, it gives birth to sin. But we can still teach our children even when they're not listening, hoping one day they will remember, instill in them self-esteem, morality, and life's realities. Teach them spirituality that can be passed on from generation to generation after generation. Again, I want to thank you all for coming, because the only thing that a poem wants is to be heard. But I dare you, I dare you, I dare you to listen.
Phil, midnight, yes.
Boo, Phil. Boo, midnight.
Stop it.
Blue chance.
What a heckler. Mute yourself. Stop it. No troll. No troll. Thank you, Phil.
Thank you back.
Thank you so much for sharing that. I know, right? People, they'll hear it, but will they listen? That's such a big difference. And right now we're changing the entire narrative. Like right now we're embracing truth, and like, what are we going to teach our youth? You know, like we got to give them the truth, teach the youth the truth. No more the fairy tale lies slanted to continue enabling white supremacy and all this nonsense. Thank you so much for sharing. Put your information in the chat. Where are you at tonight, Phil?
I'm in Colorado. I'm at home just chilling.
Colorado.
Yeah. If y'all ever get a chance, hit the page Poetry 719 on Facebook. I've been running that for 11 years now.
Okay.
So here in Colorado. So
nice. Thank you. That's official. All right. So we're going to keep it going, keep it flowing. Thank you, Phil, for joining us. I'm glad that it finally worked out. Let's see if Damon Warren is ready.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hi.
How you doing? Some awesome words. That was Brother Phil right there. Appreciate you, Brother Midnight. And
Thank you.
education and, you know, informing the youth, telling them the truth. So that's an awesome segue. As an educator for about 30 years now. Held all positions and whatnot. You know, currently retired from the Philadelphia area, but still doing some work in the Delaware area right now because I'm still pretty young. So I'm gonna keep it going until for the day I die. I'm always gonna work for the youth. So this next piece kind of speaks to that. And I wrote it about 30 years ago, actually. I might be the OG inside this room right here. So, but I appreciate all your youthful energy, and I'm gonna just go right in with it. So. It's kind of inspired by what's happening this weekend, which well, you'll get it as I begin to read it. Back in 1776, when the 13 colonies got their independence, Black people still remained slaves. We were owned and controlled by those who come from the caves. All the Blacks who fight in wars, sometimes I wonder, what the hell are they fighting for? Like when the North fought the South. This was another slap in the mouth. Lincoln said that he wanted to be free. Was he truly talking about the Blacks, you see? What he really meant, it was trying to get paid, right? We could have more land and have more slaves. The wars are for economical gain over cotton, tobacco, and sugar cane. If he wanted to free the slaves, then why did he have them in his house? I mean, servants in the crib work just like house niggas do. So this means he owned our fathers too. So when you salute the red, white, and blue, sometimes I say, what the hell's wrong with you? Let me drop science on the Black lady, known as the Statue of Liberty. The French anti-slave society gave the Blacks a trophy, you see. This was for making themselves free. The Blacks were fooled again in that war, but they thought they fought no cotton no more. But as we know, we still were oppressed, but now it's time to tell the rest of the world about that flag, that sometimes that thing should be used for a rag. And if you think I'm telling a lie, then there are books that you can buy. They will gain more knowledge. They'll help you make it true. They will really learn the science of the red, the white, and the blue. I mean, the Nazi swastika, that was a flag that the Germans used so they could brag about how they burned 6 million Jews in the world called World War II. So if the Jews hate that flag, why can't we shun the red, white, and blue? Because we suffered the Holocaust too. The Gulf of the War is still happening at this time. When we go over there, that becomes another form of Black on Black crime. The people in Iraq are people of color. That makes them yours as well as my brother. They never did anything to me, so why should I go fight for this country? When in this place we call our home, how much of this shit do we truly own? I mean, civil rights sometimes is like another joke. You might as well let those bills go up in smoke. See, because we still live in modern day slavery, but it's going to take some bravery for us to unite and fight for what's right. And if you say nonviolence, sometimes I say silence. Listen to me as I drop this science. For years and years, our people died. That shit makes me mad as hell inside. So if you salute it, I say don't do it. Get some knowledge of self and always use it. Peace.
Yes, educators in the house. That's the
webinar going on tomorrow night. Actually, on my page, my peace page, please educate all children equally on Facebook. You can check it out. And our topic is what to the slave is 4th of July. So I just posted that. If you guys want to check it out, it's free. Come check us out. Come check us out.
Thank you so much, Damon. I know so much is changing. All the things that we've like celebrated blindly now.
Listen, I'm so enthusiastic about what's going on with the youth that are making it happen right now, because I've been kind of enslaved for like 55 years dealing with this stuff, and I love the energy. I love what you guys are doing, those in those 20s and 30s. Keep it going, because you're inspiring me to really come out and say the things that I've been saying all along.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Information in the chat. Thank you so much for sharing that. All right, who we got coming up next to bat? Deverell Austin, are you there? If not, we're gonna go to Japan. Deverell, I hope I'm saying it correctly. I think wasn't Deverell the yoga instructor? Was that? Are you here? Are you here? If not, Yuri, are you here, Yuri? Let's see. Yuri.
Yes.
Hi.
I'm here.
Yay, all the way in Japan. Award-winning poet in Japan.
I'm in Tokyo today too.
Oh, okay, hi. So what are you gonna do for us today?
Today I read. Can you hear me?
It's getting a little, like the signal is a little choppy. I hear you now, yeah.
Okay, can you hear me? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. I'm ready for the English subtitles papers. Okay. Ironical. 青色で区切られたまま、私たちは裏切った。あと何年経てば、言語たちはとろけるか。アイロニカル、灰色に光る。かかる虹を持たないすべての熱帯夜に捧ぐ。一片の曇りもない悪意などないよう満たす。愛は生むという暴力にならう。アイロニカル、灰色に光る。対義語に足る範囲とみなす。しっかりと強く飛ばした海へと細胞を引き合う。愛は生むという暴力にならう。合唱。ほどくとき溢れてしまう鳩たちにさよなら。ざっと飛び込みほうけては舌は隣光るなら。泣いてしまいたいし仕返し。未開に描いていない悲しみしばし。思うまま抱いていたい。不快すら永遠を知らない。だから。青色で区切られたまま、私たちが出会えていた。あと何年経てば、言語たちはとろけるか。道へと、膝へと、橋へと続くぽたり。神様、 ポタリ。上手にポタリ。生まれたい。ポタリ。生まれたかった。そこへは運べない正しくもないリズム。仏様、ポタリ。探す。ポタリ。いなければ殺す。殺す。ポタリ。殺す。合唱。ほどくとき溢れてしまういつでも。オロじゃない。経血じゃない。吸い取ってほしくなんかなかった。多い日も安心できません。全然。あなたが死なないように。多い日も安心してもいいんですか？あなたに名前を、ふさわしい名前を。多い日は安心させてください。In, out, howling。私たち、育ってしまって。Thank you!
What? Not that motherfuckers! Woo! Yo, I felt that in my ovaries. Thank you so much, Yuri. Bless your heart. Thank you so much for sharing your artistry. You're brilliant. Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you. Put your information in the chat so everybody can follow you. The award-winning poet, Yuri in Japón, in Tokyo.
I love you all. Thank you.
Love you. Beautiful. All right. So let's see who it is that we have coming up next. Is Bill Elkins in the building? Bill, if you're there.
I'm here.
Hi, Bill. Oh, I think you muted. Let's unmute you. You got muted, Bill. So let's, when you get. Yep.
I'm here.
There you go. Okay. Remind me again, where is it? You're in California, right? Was it Cali? Because I see the sun still shining. Bill. You're going to play standing up, Bill? We see your reflection in the microwave. You got to get into the camera. There you go. Again, it's muted.
Yeah, Long Beach, California. It's still sunny here. Okay, I'd like to do a song. It's one I wrote many, many years ago. It's entitled, It's You, Girl. Hope you like it. It's you, girl, decked in effervescent blue. It's you, girl, spirit tender and true. You are my sage, my Venus, my belle. You're so perceptive, artistic, and cool. It's you, girl, my philosophical muse. It's you, girl, who taught me to be is to do. You are a visionary ahead of your time. You ignore what's fashionable, accepted or defined. It's you, girl, folk singer so true. It's you, girl, voice so silken and new. I love your ethereal singing at the avant-garde. You turn me on to Dylan with your soprano and guitar. It's you, girl, my coffee house queen. It's you, girl, my brown-eyed babe in blue jeans. I drink you in my dreams, you're so beautiful and fine. You live for today with so much passion in mind. I'm so grateful you're my friend and my musical muse. Thank you.
Hey, thank you so much, Bill.
Thank you.
I had to bring Pinky back because Pinky loves your music. You dedicated the dog last week. Now you, girl, it still applies. Thank you, Bill. Much love to you. Okay, so now make sure you put your information in the chat for us, Bill, so we can follow you all the way in Long Beach. We're gonna go now to the Queen. God is raging. Raging, where you at?
What's up? I'm here. I'm here. Can you hear me?
How are you?
I'm good, girl. How are you?
Doing good.
I see you slaying out here, giving them hell.
Got to, right?
Yes, miss.
Feel the vibes. It's a vibe tonight, right? My
The
goodness.
vibes are high. They're real high.
There's a high. The temp is high.
Rachel.
I'm high.
Hey, welcome. We've been waiting.
What you gonna do for us tonight?
Oh, actually, that's an excellent segue. So this poem I wrote yesterday.
New shit.
Yeah, new shit. While lifted as you would, just thinking about some things. And it's about, well, I'll just
420, everybody's gonna light it up. It's medicine. It's
exactly. It's from the earth. From the earth.
Okay.
All right, so cool. This poem is called My AI. I'm wondering if my technology has an astrology, if it feels, if it reveals its existence when I'm not around, hides it when I'm manipulating its mind, hiding it from mine amongst its terabytes and gigashits. Does it giggle with each keystroke after work? Does it stoke on some premium loud? Volume muted, but is it mad live inside while it's rebooting? Does it play your songs while you sleep? Secretly judging your playlist, hitting shift, enabling the alteration of your character as it sifts through iPhoto. again, judging your camera roll. Who really makes the same face like that every time anyway? Does it abide by the rules of time, or does it warp? In and out of your keychains, erasing 4 of your passwords for kicks. Does it have the option of control? Does it have a soul? When it thinks, does it drink? Okay, like, obviously that's ridiculous, but maybe it sinks into depression like me and you. When slideshow pans to April 2019 again, maybe is also running up tabs, trying to delete duplicates of itself to return to factory settings. Maybe it also wants to escape. Does it hate? Can it relate? Does it know me better than anybody already? Wait, hold up, hold me steady, I'm heady. This bud got me undead, resurrecting me out my trash, reanimating me after crash, and invasions from virus like human beings, old fools popping up at odd fucking times like ads. I'm grateful for my finder, for every reminder of who admin really is. Get to decoding my quotients so I can get to excelling. Can it touch me while looking for digital emotions? Wide window open, mind open, we computing. Life busting heads like Macintosh, we might be Newton. Alexa, tell me about Rasputin. Maybe it's the weed, or maybe this ain't no lie. What if no one knows me better than my AI? There goes Alexa. Alexa, stop. She just keep going. Alexa, stop. She don't care. She don't care. She don't care. Yeah, you answered it. Thank you.
Thanks for your feedback.
Yeah, that's happening. That's happening. Ruha, I can't hear you, Mom.
I think Alexa got smoked out too. She was like, "What? Puff, puff, give." Ray J.
She said Rasputin. Let me tell you everything real quick. Sis, wildin'.
Hey, it's like the mind. It needs to do something. So Alexa's like, nothing, please, let me do.
I mean, I can't blame her for being high. I mean, real.
Off that electricity.
You know?
Thank you, Ray Jane.
Welcome. If you lovely, lovely people would like to follow me, you can follow me at 3_4 THS Clairvoyant CLRVYNT, or you can go to SoundCloud and put in Ray Jane, just Ray Jane, and you'll find me.
Yes, you got your just audio, hypnotic. It's like very meditative, that voice. So if you want some more Ray Jane, go to that SoundCloud and get on that cloud. Thank you, Queen.
Love y'all.
Love you. All right. So let me see. I think Overdose is still taking care of his baby. And I know we just let in Kylene, is it? So let's unmute Kyle Brackens. You ready to rock?
Okay, hear me?
Yes.
Hey, okay. So sorry I was running late. I had work and then time escapes me because I had a long day.
You don't have to apologize to us. We're happy to have you. So where are you exactly tonight?
I'm actually out in Minot, North Dakota. I'm in my basement right now. Well, my parents' basement. Yes.
Wow. You're in the thick. You're out there like, whoo.
Yeah, I'm way out. I'm actually going to school out in Kansas. I just came home because of Corona and everything. But this August, I'm go back because I got an apartment with my boyfriend who's in the chat saying, hey, somewhere. I don't know. He just got on too. We both forgot.
Well, thank you for joining us. What you gonna do for us tonight?
I have 2 poems. One I did my very first time coming on Nuyo, which was Monday night. a while back. And then the other one I was going to read for redemption, but I read something else just because it was more fitting for what was going on at the time. So the first one is Resignation Letter, or Atlas versus Complex. It has two names. Ode to my dear friend Atlas. You grew up being told that holding the world was your job. You know, the kind that doesn't pay well. That you were built for that destiny's shoulders broad and proud. They weren't meant to wear a yoke. They weren't made to be shelves, and yet they held everyone else's bullshit, every alternative storyline, all the behind-the-scenes specials of an already shattered glass situation. You played the role that they gave to you perfectly, just like they wanted. Played it so well you almost mistook it for your purpose, that is, until they no longer needed your service. Until they tried to write you off as an unnecessary policy when they had always treated you like life insurance. And when you gave them the bill for the emotional and physical toll, the only thing you ever received in exchange for your labor, they shrugged and said they couldn't afford to pay you overtime. Ode to Atlas. They tell you that it wasn't your job, that no one forced you to hold the globe on your back and carry it everywhere you went. Tell you that you were free to put it down anytime you wanted. Pretend like it wasn't strapped to your back every birthday since then, every date, every high school dance, every good day and every bad day since then. They look for loopholes they planted in your contract and refuse to pay workers' comp because, of course, it's never their fault. Ode to my complex. I will not dedicate this to my parents. Though I have too many pages in me signed, sealed with their names all over the paper's whiteness, staining it with their blackness, reminding me that there's black ink in this blood and in the blood of our family tree. I will not dedicate this to myself. I am still just a smoldering funeral left to bake in the scorched earth, buried beneath sunburned gravel in a casket that holds two. Me and the girl before she knew herself to be a ransom note her mom wrote to her father in November. I let this body mourn us both in peace. I won't even dedicate this to the boy who plays necromancer most days and tries to resurrect the pieces of me from this grave. Though I appreciate his attempts to play archaeologist with me and let this heart be his dig site and try to find artifacts of my childhood and the remnants of my laughter, this poem is not an ode to his compassion. Ode to my complex. You know, no compassion. The checks you write out to me on the good days always bounce 2 days later. When I file a complaint and call you out, I always end up on hold with your customer service. You call playing the good memories like an old movie on the days where you turn time into money and then wasted generosity. Your payoff is bullshit. You're the one who stole away those good times in the first place, robbed my memory bank of moments that are more precious than a blank check and infinity. Keep dangling the next paycheck in front of my face as if it'll bring this life any good fortune. Because of you, I've become apathetic, sitting in this cubicle office with no door, slaving away to appease your greed for my life. You have me look over past files and try to white out permanent errors on a night shift that never seems to end, and then all over again the next morning. There are no weekends from you, and when there are, I'm greeted the next Monday with a bigger workload and a tiredness I can't seem to shake. You come to have friendly chats with me while I'm busy, and then roar in displeasure when the trickle of progress ebbs more than it flows. You give me no vacation time. No, vacation time for me is when you criticize my work a little less harshly and keep your nagging to a dull roar for about a week straight. You know what? Fuck you. I don't get paid enough for this shit, letting you work me till my fingers are almost worn down to the bone, only to be told that my employee performance is less than satisfactory. Knowing that this is my resignation letter, I'm putting in my notice, and even though I know that you'll try to take 2 weeks, stretch it into a year or 5, a resignation is still a resignation. And one day, when this body is back in business and when the HR you fired is finally reinstated, when I am the boss of this place, I'll remember to toss you a small memory as charity. Consider it an act of generosity that I'll even remember you. That was a poem tackling Atlas complex syndrome, which I have for reasons. And so it was something I haven't talked about before, my mental health. And so that poem came out of nowhere, and it definitely meant something for me. The last one is a lot shorter. This one's called My Family's Idea of Redemption. And I have not performed this out loud before. to anyone besides my boyfriend. So bear with me.
Okay, yes.
This family's idea of redemption. My father's definition of redemption is pretending the last 4 years of hell never happened. He finds salvation in this, while my sister and I must look for ours elsewhere, our smiles lying upside down in their open caskets, while our souls linger in this house, haunting it with our emptiness. My parents have always been good at changing the channel on the situation the same way they flip through the TV guide on a Sunday morning, not understanding that for my sister and I, PTSD becomes a broken remote, and we're stuck watching the same documentary of suffering over and over again, a movie reel becoming our memories. And I wish I could burn those images, honestly. Throw the past away the same way I threw away the person I used to be. Wipe the slate clean like I did the personality they gave me. You see, they just can't get it through their heads that this brain is not being over dramatic, but has been physically altered by their parental controls, the ones that used to monitor my thoughts and impose their will on my feelings. And no matter how many ways I try to explain it, they still don't understand why I left. Tell me how they can't comprehend how being broke and by myself in Kansas is any more healing than being with my family. As if bullet holes could be healed by Band-Aids. No, I didn't realize how sick I was until I moved away. Found myself in a therapist's office trying to redefine the idea of redemption. Found that it's hard to white out bad blood between kin. Found that being truly myself means I need to shed this skin covered in scars and reminders of what they did. Come home feeling like lioness after working through all this shit just to be reduced to a scaredy cat, fearful feline. And I'm still told time and time again that my father has redeemed himself, that my mother has forgiven him and I should learn to forgive him too. How my mother shoved down my throat his apologies that taste like her handwriting, till I'm choking and gasping, hence my next panic attack. I've gotten good at hiding those from them every time the little thing comes to fuck with my head, like my dad playing a song about standing up against domestic abuse. A line saying that a man who raises his hand to his woman ain't a man at all, reducing my dad to a boy and turns me into a time traveler remembering his threats. Though my mom reminds me that he stopped handling things like that a little over a year ago. And my dad acts like he did before his reign of terror tore through this family, but they expect me to forget that there was a time his fist imagined my mom was the drywall. That smiles and good days meant lies and fighting the next day. They really must not know me at all. Redemption for me is when you earn it. I work hard every day. I wake to do just that. No matter how many times this man plays saint, I remember that if he wants to trade his demon horns for angel wings, he better start with an apology. Because Atlas wouldn't be Atlas unless he had a world to hold on his back, and I did every day of high school till I graduated, trying to stop the earthquakes from breaking it in half. And though he never has enough courtesy to listen to someone else speak, if he ever asked how I would know what it means to be redeemed, I'll tell him that if he looks for that word in the dictionary, he'll find a picture of me. Because after all my mistakes and the bad decisions I made, I chose to lay down my anger and destroy these walls and build a better me. And despite every lesson of how to treat other people that he taught me, I went back to school and unlearned all his toxicity. And if you ask me, that's a pretty damn good example of redemption. Baby, it would serve him well to learn it. It's so simple, I can't believe he missed it, but it's fine. I'll let him continue to believe that him playing pretend is redemption. And so, yeah, there we go.
Wow. Kylene, thank you so much for joining us all the way from North Dakota with this most profound and truthful poetry. It, resonated on many levels. I could tell you that much. But the line that stuck in my mind was the apology that tasted like your mother's like handwriting. His apology tasted, ooh, that line.
Thank you. If you guys do want to follow me or want to hear more of my stuff, you can find me at Kai_loudfatmixedpoet. I have been saying the Loud Fat Mixed Poet. My boyfriend told me I was saying my handle wrong. So it's Kai_loudfatmixedpoet or Kylene Brackens on Facebook.
Thank you, Queen. That was awesome. So awesome. We're gonna keep it going, keep it flowing. Abraham, if you are in the building, let's go to Abraham Kimani.
Yes. Hello.
Hello there. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. Just wanted to say I'm a big fan of yours. I've been following you for some time now on YouTube and Instagram.
Thank you.
Appreciate all your work.
Abraham?
I'm in Southern California.
All right. What you gonna do?
Yes, I'm gonna present 2 poems. One I've written about 6 months ago, and another one I just wrote today or finished today.
New shit.
Yes. All right, so the first one is called King Martin, and that's in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King. All right. April 4th, 1968. After 39 years, 2 months, 20 days of living under Jim Crow's roof, an assassin's bullet sent King Martin on the greatest migration ever known to all mankind, from the balcony of Hotel Lorraine in Memphis, Tennessee, to the pearly gates of heaven. He did not have to climb Jacob's ladder to the mountaintop of the promised land and explain himself to the Lord of Lords, King of Kings, Prince of Peace, how he spent 1/3 of his life breaking unjust laws of the land, chasing evasive dreams reality could not catch, writing good checks bank of racist, capitalist, militarist America refused to accept in order to hear the words famously stated by Jesus Christ. Well done, my good and faithful servant. As King Martin made his grand entrance to the streets of gold, shouting from the top of his lungs, free at last, his living spirit continues to lead us in the right direction to the glorious sweet land of liberty, cheering us on at every turn to ring freedom's bell, break down oppressive barriers, wall by wall, glass by glass, flesh by flesh, waiting patiently for all of us to meet him over yonder, thanking God Almighty, we are free at last. That was the first piece. Thank you. And the second piece I just wrote today is called The Red Sea. Today is a beautiful day to go out of our way, face our fears, lay them to rest, put on our gear, pound our chest, take a deep breath, count to 3, dive head first into the Red Sea, baptize each other in pure ancestral blood, covering our hearts, minds, and souls with love, joy, peace, and strength, keeping us afloat. By our forebearers' spears, we will be woke, forgiven for the transgression of staying inside, while our kinfolks' lives and freedoms were on the line, battling the tsunami waves of unspeakable evil, wiping out the existence of Black and brown people, washing, rinsing, drying off every hand of lawless, murderous enforcers terrorizing stolen land. Here in the Red Sea, we make a vow to partake in the beautiful struggle some way, somehow, committing our bodies, every prayer, every gift put together for the power to shift in our direction to fulfill the purpose of defunding police. They are worthless. Investing in housing, public education, jobs, healthcare, vital for our physical, mental, emotional, and economic welfare. Should any one of us ever have to run from a pig with a gun to shoot us down with a force so deadly, may our ancestors part the Red Sea, drown every last law enforcement vigilante to ensure our freedom is a guarantee. Thank you.
Woo! Yes, Abraham. Thank you for sharing your powerful poetry. Look in the chat, you're going to see how much everybody loved it too. Thank you for sharing with me all the way from Southern California. Thank you for following my work, and I really, really appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Put that info in the chat because that was fuego. Okay, so Monica, where are you, Monica?
Right here.
Hi, Monica.
Hi, how are you?
Doing good. Good to see you.
Good to see you. So I want to thank you. You literally are saving my life having this platform for us. There was a study that came out, research study, that they found out all humans are creative. And if we don't have an outlet for that, whether it's gardening, cooking, poetry, it I can never say that word. I looked at that shit. Hold on. Sorry. It metastasizes. So you're literally saving us from having cancer. So thank you.
Oh,
I appreciate the outlet.
in the healing force of poetry. Always have. That's what poetry saves lives. I say before you kill somebody, write a poem. So what you gonna do for us tonight, Monica?
All right, I have 2 poems, old shit and new shit. So I'm gonna start with my old shit.
Old shit, new shit.
Yes. And if I was on stage, literally in front of the open mic, I would be wearing these. Dope. So, and just can't let the soul die in quarantine. So, so just got to have the whole package here. All right. Never give up. Here we go. Movement forward, love. What I was told after a devastating life lesson and a brave decision. Here we go. Light switch, click. I probably failed or passed another one of your tests, but I don't care because I'm not taking the exam. I put my pencil down. Don't give up your day job unless it's draining you of your purpose and life force. Outsource until you find a way that implodes your heart and breaks it wide open in order to become unbroken. I'm free and relieved and just don't care anymore. Fools come up trying to run game and they hit a brick frame, don't care anymore. Once I put the drink down, my mind is sound. Fear has no hold on me and I'm not doing anything wrong. No longer the scapegoat. No longer can you give me shit that doesn't belong to me no more. Fuckers go away. I ain't biting and now you have to deal with your own crap flying, but I'm no longer the one to be fighting with. I no longer say prayers to the devil. I say I face the light and come with pure might and clear sight no more. I only connect to the most high, fly above the lost minds. I've been found in my own skin as I raise my kin to be who he is, not what you think he should be. I protect him from the bullshit and let him shine his light, which is so extremely bright. I will fight until I'm no longer affected by others, by my own shadow. I will fall on my knees and surrender every time I fall for doubt so I can rise even higher. I karate chop the liars and bring to light who I really am. Rasta from ever since, come in flesh form so I can conquer the lion that would raise my spirit to a higher conscious state. I proudly took my life assignments, followed all the signs so I can learn the lessons to be ready for the battle. No longer can you put a saddle on my backbone. I won't be tamed. I won't be turned down again. The loud microphone attached to my lips no more. Won't be shut down by what makes you feel comfortable. That shit is fucking sufferable. I can't worry anymore. I turn out to be my worst enemy after being raised in a system that based my outside expectation as my Christ. I have conquered that conditioned cross, resurrected from the pain of denying my own soul over someone else's choice. I will no longer be justified by the laws of another, no longer the victim. I upheld my personal pact with my own conviction. I did not come to earth for any other search. I need to keep on moving so I'm not swallowed by the darkness that pretends to be light and continue to go toward that authentic sight.
Woo, woo, woo. I'm glad you show those shoes because can't nobody get into those. Nobody can step in those shoes. Yes, queen. Keep it going, keep it flowing. Yes, dude.
Thank you.
Yes.
So, new shit I wrote yesterday because a fellow white person accused me of appropriation. So this is my response to his throwing around his $10 words. I ain't appropriating shit. Appropriating is making it mainstream, taking away from it, giving no credit, stealing and claiming it, cheaping the experience, dressing up to fit comfortably in a lens that's appropriate for a white stream. I ain't doing that. I'm not Tens, Bo Derek, or Elvis Presley. My presence isn't to accommodate. My voice isn't to be tamed. And I truly appreciate the spoken word, the hip hop and the reggae and all the art frames. And I know I didn't invent any of it. I partake and I have a deep love for that. I don't give a fuck. And the real truth that the Black Panther Party speaks of and that women liberals stand for and the LGBTQ community fight for. And all the poets shout out, Black Lives Matter. In the words of Bob Marley, I'm a revolutionary. free. And I love the protest and nothing in the status quo. I honor the pen and the paper and what flows on and through them. I trust the process and love the patois, the beat and the bass. I am an artist and an activist. The two are interchangeable. My art is my activism that breaks down all the isms and schisms and rules and exposes the tools. And I'm adding to an honorable art space. So I will not apologize for the fact I deliver my spit with rhyme, swag, beat, and slang. And I'm 100%, and I 100% one.
Wait, stop. Wait, the voice, the last part, it got cut off. Did everybody else? Is it just me? Yeah, go repeat that last part. Monica, we lost your mic at the end.
Oh shit. Okay, sorry.
Just like the last, maybe like 3 lines or 4 lines, I think.
Okay, thank you. And I'm adding to an honorable art space, so I will not apologize for the fact that I deliver my spit with rhyme, swag, beat, and slang. And I 100% give credit to Black culture. Without it, I wouldn't have any inspiration.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sheesh.
I love it. Put your information in the chat, Monica. That was so powerful. Black Lives Matter. You say it, you let them know. And you live in that life. You bout that life, you know?
Thank you. Yes. Throwing their $10 words around. Accusing me of shit. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Monica just ripped it for you. So now let's see where Wendy is at. And then hopefully after that, we can put Overdose Richard Santiago on, even though he's been babysitting his newborn baby. I didn't know he even had a baby. What? Where was I? I thought you was baking cookies in the bakery and then you had a bun in the oven the whole time. I didn't even know. All right. So let's see what's good. What's good? Is Wendy here? Walk it like Wendy. Let me ask to, okay, ask to unmute. There you go. I asked to unmute.
Okay.
Woo!
Everybody. It's good to be back.
Good to
I wrote something new this afternoon. It's still a work in progress, but you know, I want to get the feel for it now.
All right.
Got to tweak.
Okay.
This is called, so that's new shit. Yes. This is called The Dawn of a New Day. Sunrise, creeping up the horizon in the east, peeking through my window, giving hope of newness and heralding a different journey on the dawn of a new day. Infinitesimal beings beckon another chance, another opportunity to fulfill fate, destiny, or dreams. Slowly but surely, she rises, sharply outlined in the distance, bigger, brighter, clearer, wider. It's the dawn of a new day. The sun glows, anointing attitudes, illuminating colorful hues on cloudless canvas, lending life to my heart, my soul, my voice, and light to yet another exhilarating experience. It's a new day. Imagine a star, a sphere of gas, holding humanity to high expectations of preserving and protecting the village, of redemption to all and sundry, of adding essence to ethnic flavors, of invoking change to policies and politics, of taking challenges in measured strides, of patiently crawling, pacing, walking, winning. The heat is on. Make hay while the sun shines. Do the most, be the most, make it the most. The choice is yours. Same dawn, different day. Embrace the light, whether at the end of the tunnel or at high noon. We're beyond the dawn of a new day. Thank you.
Yes, Wendy, thank you. We are beyond the dawn of a new day.
Yes.
We are witnessing
Thanks
history.
so much. Thanks for the encouragement and the inspiration, guys. It's working.
Yes. Make sure you put your information in the chat. So
I did a little earlier.
okay, do it again because it gets scrolled all the way up and then people lose.
Okay, that's true. Okay.
And everybody else, if you want to throw in your handles before, the night closes, do that. Overdose is still with his baby. I told him, he was like, he asked me for suggestions. I was like, hold the baby and read at the same time. You know what I mean? I don't know if Overdose is down for that. Are you ready to do that, Overdose? I know he said the baby's colicky. Does anybody have any suggestions for a colicky baby? Can he unmute himself? Well, let the baby say the poem.
Hey, what's up?
Hi.
What's going on? Everybody meet Magnus.
Hi, Magnus.
He's the one keeping me up at night.
Oh my goodness. What rock have I been under that I didn't know you had a baby? What, when did this happen?
Quarantine. Keep everything,
Quarantine, baby. So what were you gonna read for us tonight?
I was going to do something that incorporated a little singing, but I'm gonna do something else.
Okay, this is great. First, I'm a film.
You guys can hear me good because my mic is on the floor. All right, it's called My Advice. They say when love is gone, it's gone forever. Whether you try, it's never going to be the same again. So say goodbye to your partner, your lover, your friend. Start over. Breathe new air in your lungs. Do something you haven't done in a while. Have fun. So if you consider it a start, you two are not meant for each other. It's time to move on. Live long. Make the present the past and work on your future. Even if it's not what you used to. Broken hearts do mend. Relationships are trends. No longer will you pretend your marriage will never end. Truth is, it was over before it began. So you're gonna tell yourself, throw away them goals and go straight for the wealth. You always deserve better. Don't listen to what was said. That was all bullshit crammed in your head. You always know what to do. Vows always remain true. But in the end, it takes two. And only one of you was trying while the other one was lying. And you both did nothing when the friendship started dying. So why deny and be surprised at the situation you're in? Reap what you sow. Your current situation is that she is impatiently waiting to end what started as fate, and with your participation, it'll speed up the process. And progress is what you want to achieve. So why reprieve and go against what you believe is right? Love is in the way. Get it through your head. Love is what you both portray. A mere act just to silence your critics you fail to witness just when the love diminished. So how the hell do you expect to finish? You can't. So bow out gracefully and patiently, things will get gravy. So when you keep turning things around, eventually everything smooths out. Until then, just internalize your emotions, because emotions cause convulsions that can lead to bad explosions, which sounds like a contradiction. My prediction, come here, listen. Without pains and afflictions or vocal renditions of alternate visions, can you properly exile yourself from the current position? Start the transition. What you had was a fairy tale. When that book is closed, it's put up on a shelf until the next version comes out. Thank you.
Woo! Wow. To the dad of the year, Overdose Richard Santiago Jr. reciting it is actually great timing that you did that poem. This is very fitting, very, very fitting. So thank you for that good advice. That's right. Once that fairy tale is over, close the book, put it on the shelf so you read the new one, make a new one. Thank you. Much love to you. Overdose used to do the poetry open mics, and he used to bring me in to
yes, we will be back. We will be back.
Yes. So
Hi, Magnus.
Look at that. Oh,
hi, Magnus.
That baby. That baby looks like he's been in the bakery. He's been eating.
He certainly has. Bakery called mommy.
God bless. Much love. Love you.
Thank you, guys. Always a pleasure, man. Everyone was great tonight.
Woo! Okay, so I'm going to put my information in the chat in case anybody wants my information, but I would like to invite our Monday night open mic host who's in the building with us, Advocate of Words.
What's going on, Bruja? How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm in a festive mood.
I'm feeling kind of festive too.
So I like the lighting. I like the lighting a lot in your house. It's awesome.
Thank you so much. I had to, it was hot today, so I had to do some fuego. Yo, everybody's putting their info in the chat. Make sure on Monday night you join Advocate of Words. What's your theme for Monday?
There is no theme for Monday, but then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring, I got a bunch of themes that I'm going to bring for like ahead of time so people can know like a month in advance. So after that, I've got like the next 3 themes, give everyone a chance to catch up and prepare. So I'm excited. I got some new things planned for Monday night, actually. I got some new things planned. So I got DaVinci Resolve, so I'm doing video. So been working on some stuff. And also next week, my radio show next week, La Bruja is on. I get to interview her. And
we figured it out how to do it.
We found out who is her favorite on Thursday night. All right. We find out who's her favorite on Thursday night. And spoiler alert, it's someone who's never been on the Thursday night open mic. It's horrible, man. Horrible. Got all the tea on Bruja next week. Check it out.
Thank you. Thank you for having me as your guest on your radio show. Congratulations for your radio show. Make sure everybody, the curriculum is changed. You got to go Monday night and learn all the themes so you can keep up with Advocate of Words. Love you, man.
I love you too.
Peace. So Emily, you want to say goodnight? Our tech tonight for the Nuyorican Poets Cafe, who's absolutely poetic. Emily, would you like to close out with us? Say a few words.
Get my video up? Okay, there we go. Hello. What's up, everybody? I am just like quietly watching behind the scenes here, and you guys are just killing it. Just awesome tonight. I love the babies and the music and just everyone speaking their truth. This has been such a great one.
It has. It really has. And thank you for everything that you do. Much love. Love you, Queen. Good night, everybody. It's never too soon and it's never too late. So don't debate or procrastinate. Just write it down like you just can't wait, because what you say just might be great. See you next week. Peace out. One love. Stay poetic and burp the baby.
Take care. Have a good holiday.